Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to the Head First Podcast. My name is Colby, with my other host, Jane. And before we get into it, a few things are going to be different. So Jane is actually talking to me on like a voice chat kind of thing. And just because a lot of like recording issues and stuff, we couldn't get together. So her audio is going to be a little different. It's not bad. So just bear with us this episode. And sorry that the episode was a day late. Once again, recording issues. We were barely able to get together today. But we got some fun topics ahead of us. How are you feeling, Jane?
I'm pretty good. I got a lot of homework, so not looking forward to doing that. How about
AP
you?
classes.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Alright, so I guess we're just gonna jump into the first topic, which is Lady Gaga's new single, Perfect Illusion. We're definitely like 2 weeks late on this, but that's fine. So basically, after like 3 years of not like doing anything, and her the gays being very thirsty for her, she finally came back with a new single called Perfect Illusion. And first, I guess we'll start with our thoughts. So, Jane, what did you think of it?
Alright, well, I listened to it, and I've never really been like a Lady Gaga fan, I would say. Like, I listened to her popular songs and like Screen a little bit, you know, like Poker Face or Bad Romance or whatever. But
So you're a fake fan.
I never claimed to be a fan. I was just like if they came out a bit ago. I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, what do you think?
I listened to it and I don't know, I didn't like it that much. It felt like it was building up to something that it never really reached.
Yes, I definitely agree on that.
Like, the whole thing was almost the chorus, it felt like.
Yeah, it went by like crazy fast.
Yeah.
Well, myself personally, I actually like enjoyed it. Like you kind of said, I felt like it was even like before the release, it was like, oh my god, like Lady Gaga's new single, we've all been waiting. And when I heard it, I was like, I mean, it's good. Like, it wasn't really the big comeback we were all hoping for. I enjoyed it, but like that's really it. And then fans were actually like crazy upset. Not crazy upset. I mean, it was like half and half. Half the fan base really enjoyed it, and then like the other half was like, really, this is what you give us after your big return?
Is she gonna come out with an album after this, or is this just like it?
Oh yeah, she actually just announced the name today. It's called Joanne, after her aunt, who died at 19 from lupus, which I didn't even know, which is super sad. But yeah, so the album is coming, let me find the date. I think it was like late October.
October 21st.
Oh. Yeah. You got that quick? Okay. But yeah, so she's releasing her album. She looks really pretty on the cover and everything. I think the fan base has really high hopes. And I think she'll deliver. I just don't think that this was... Unless this is like the best she's got on that album, then we're kind of in trouble.
Well, you're an Ariana Grande fan, like big time.
Massive.
Yeah, alright. So, and when she came out with Focus, you liked it because it was what out. But
Okay.
then after the fact, you said you didn't really like it that much, right?
Okay, listen. Focus is complete and utter trash, and I love it with all of my heart. It is so bad. I don't know why Jamie Foxx is doing the chorus. That makes absolutely zero sense. It's not good. Everything is a mess, but I love that song.
Alright, but
Like,
when you...
oh, go on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna answer your question here. Like what you said, when it first came out, I was completely obsessed. And the Arianators, I mean, they really supported it for the first week, because with every single lead single, she's debuted in the top 10. So we kept that up and then just kind of let it fall. Cause I mean, and then it kind of hurt her because that was so hype. And then when Dangerous Woman came out, after that kind of blunder, it didn't really go anywhere. Like the single, it just debuted at 10 and then just kind of hung around. But,
I said, oh yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of hurt her, but I mean, we supported it, and I realized a few weeks later, I was like, wow, I hate this. Like, it took a little bit for me to realize that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what were you saying?
What will happen with Lady Gaga's new music?
What'd you say?
Do Do you think that's kind of what will happen with Lady Gaga's new music and album?
I don't think so because it hit number one within hours at the iTunes store and the video's coming out. I think she's gonna promote it really well and her fans are gonna support her, but I think she'll do okay. Cause people are still like, remember all that stuff she did at the Emmys and stuff and the Super Bowl national anthem? Like, people were like, wow, I didn't know she was this talented. So I think she might have a whole new fan base out of this, really.
Mm. Alright.
Next topic?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I keep going silent. I'm drinking water because I'm like super sick with the flu. So, anywho.
Out of your $80 hydro flask?
Yes, the 64-ounce hydro flask. But, our next topic is actually about everyone's favorite thing, Netflix. And we're going to be talking about Netflix originals. So, Jane, you want to kind of start us out?
Yeah, sure. So I'm pretty sure you've all heard about their latest release, Stranger Things.
Oh my god, I'm going to start watching that because everybody's talking about it.
It's so good.
You watch it?
Yeah, except you have to watch it at night. Because it's spooky.
It's spooky, right? It's spoopy?
Yeah, that's kind of the point. So you have to watch it at night. Because if you watch it in broad daylight, it doesn't get the same effect.
I'm thinking I might, if I don't go to sleep at like 8 because I'm sick, I might start it tonight.
Yeah, don't be a wimp about it. There's only 8 episodes in the first season, which is a little disappointing. But I believe that it was renewed for a second season.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's talking about it.
Oh, yeah. So, basically, recently the biggest hit TV shows, like Stranger Things, Orange is the New Black, House of Cards, stuff like that, those have all been Netflix original shows. Mm-hmm. Like, there have been big shows on cable, like The Walking Dead, even though that's getting to an older show.
It's huge, though.
Yeah, I love it. And season 6 just came out on Netflix,
so you can finally watch it. And while Fear the Walking Dead is not doing nearly as well, I really enjoy that too. Just a side note.
I don't see it because I don't have cable. I'm suffering.
But anywho, so I guess I'll just start and kind of say my favorite Netflix originals.
Yeah.
So, I watch a lot of cable, and because of that, I don't really go on Netflix too often. I usually use Netflix to catch up on like cable shows like Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder, my faves. But I gotta say that my favorite so far is Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I haven't finished it. Do you watch that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told my dad because he watched the first episode and he was like, "That was not good." And I'm like, "You have to get through the first episode, but like, super good." And then I really like Arrested Development, which is another thing they do is that they take like shows that were canceled and put it on Netflix. And I've always loved Arrested Development, so I like that. Trailer Park Boys, another canceled show that they put on, also hilarious.
I haven't heard of that.
It's like a Canadian show, and it's about these trash people who live in a trailer park. They're terrible people. It's really funny, though. And then there's... I really actually want to start watching, like I said, Stranger Things. And then Marvel's Jessica Jones. I really want to get into that, because I really like female superheroes and stuff. I think it's really cool. And I also didn't know, but, like, a lot of shows, like, picked up that we didn't even think about. Like, you remember that animated show or movie, The Croods?
Yeah, oh.
They have what?
I never went to see it, but it just seemed really dumb.
No, it did, and I never went to see it either. Did you know that they had, like, 2 seasons of a show called, like, The Origins of the Croods?
Is it, like, on Nickelodeon or Disney or something?
No, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Is it a flop?
I mean, I don't think... it either had 1 or 2 seasons, actually, and it didn't get renewed after, so I imagine, because, like... What's the audience for the Croods? Like, I don't remember anybody seeing that.
No, it's like, it makes me think of Ice Age and how they took that for too long.
And the last one flopped. Yeah. And then actually I didn't know this either. They put Star Wars The Clone Wars. They put 1 more season on Netflix, which I thought was interesting. But, so yeah, I don't really watch many, but I'm looking to get into more. Stranger Things and Jessica Jones for sure. So what are you into?
It's called Dawn of the Croods.
Yeah, Dawn of the Croods.
It has 2 seasons, but I don't think it hasn't been canceled yet by the looks of this.
But the last season was like 2015 or something, so I imagine they're not going to do
No,
another one.
this year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, it's like apparently still going.
Maybe
and it's been nominated for 4 awards, both 0 wins.
That's so strange. I mean, I guess they'll keep going with it. Huh. That's so weird.
Regrettably.
Regrettably. So, what are your picks?
God, Stranger Things big time, and for sure The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I haven't really had a chance to get into that many of the TV shows because I have so much on my plate already.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you're a busy little gal.
Yeah, so much. And honestly, I'm going to be honest here. Most of my Netflix list is just trash, horrible comedy shows. Okay, let me read you my list.
Oh, okay. What is it?
New Girl.
New Girl. I watched the first season. I want to get back into that. I didn't know that was on Netflix, but continue.
Yeah, it is. And then The Walking Dead for sure.
Yes.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
And then some dumb rom-coms. We're not going to name those. The 100. The Princess Bride. Some more rom-coms. Bo Burnham. Young and Hungry. Baby Daddy.
Me.
The Clone Wars. Once Upon a Time.
Oh, you did watch the Clone Wars.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to. Most of these are things that I need to watch.
Oh, Once Upon a Time, I cannot recommend it enough. It is so good.
Let's see, Scrubs. Justice League Unlimited. Justice League. Young Justice.
I love DC.
Jane
Wait,
the Virgin.
is Teen Titans on Netflix?
No, and I'm so angry.
Okay, because I was going to recommend that to you 400,000 times because it's like my favorite show ever.
I grew up on that and I loved it so much. And honestly, Robin was my first crush.
Okay, hold on. Robin is garbage. Anyways, continue.
Excuse me, Colby?
Starfire was Starfire and Raven, queens of my life.
I'm gonna hang up on you, bye.
No way. And the Terra arc was so tragic. I cry still every time I watch the Terra episodes.
Man, but there's like no way for me to access that show again, and it's crushing.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, alright. So I also have like Jane the Virgin, American Horror Story, The X-Files, and that's pretty much it. And then a whole bunch of period dramas.
Yeah, I thought that because I thought that the list was like everything you'd watched already, and I was like, I thought you were busy. This is 400 different shows.
Yeah, no, this is mostly stuff I have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's garbage comedy shows, then some like dramas, some rom-coms, and some period dramas, and that's it.
I hate period stuff.
Oh, and a little bit of comedy.
Like almost all period stuff, ugh.
Another reason to hang up on you, apparently.
Period horror movies I love though.
Pride and Prejudice? Have you ever watched Pride and Prejudice, Colby?
No. So I was like, she's silent. She hung up, didn't she?
Yeah, no, I'm tempted to.
I love period horror movies though. That counts.
Oh, really? It counts? It counts, Colby.
And you know what I just watched? What was it called? I think it was called The Heist. It's like a 1950s movie that I really didn't want to watch. My grandpa made me watch, and I actually loved it. What was it called? It was from it was in black and white. Oh, it's not called The Heist. Okay, well, I don't know what it's called, but it was about thieves. It was like the original Heist movie, and it was super good. I really liked it. So I can get into a period movie as long as it piques my interest.
Huh. Oh my god, I have a whole list of Netflix originals right here, because I'm on Netflix.
Okay. You don't need to read them.
Okay. I know, I'm not going to, but other really popular ones, I'm gonna just look up.
House of Cards. I don't know, my mom watches a lot, so I know she watches Bloodlines.
My brother likes Narcos.
She watches a lot, I get my show recommendations from her because she turned me on to Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. Jane, those are on Netflix. I cannot suggest those enough. I was watching Scandal. No, I was watching both. I was watching both at work.
Oh my god.
Like, I would
Colby.
be on register with my phone, like, covered, watching.
Oh my god, Colby.
I got in trouble so many times.
Oh my god.
I couldn't put it down.
Have you heard of Master of None? That's another Netflix original. It's with Aziz Ansari.
Master of what?
None.
No, I've never heard of that.
I tried to watch it, and it's like a comedy, apparently.
Apparently. You know it's a good comedy when you have to say it's apparently a comedy.
No. I couldn't watch more than 3 episodes.
Oh my god. I will say though, there are some shows where like you just have to power through the first few episodes because they're bad.
Oh yeah, the entire first season of The Office is the most cringy, painful thing I've ever seen, but that is one of my favorite shows of all time.
I love The Office. I remember when I first started watching Scandal, I stopped for a really long time, and then I came back to it. It was episode 7 of either 1 or 2, where that was it. I was gone. I was so gone. Like, take me away. This is my everything.
Have you ever just watched a show that is, like, horrible and not even entertaining, but you just watch it to watch it?
There's a lot of Lifetime movies like that, but sometimes they're so terrible that they're entertaining.
Honestly, I hated 30 Rock. It was pretty dumb, but I watched the whole thing for no reason.
I watched a few episodes tonight. I thought it was funny. Can I tell you a story real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
So there was this show. Wait, I completely forgot what show. Oh yeah, no. It was a Lifetime movie, right? And Lifetime movies are either really good or really bad. Okay, this one, and you know when it's not based off a true story, it's probably gonna be bad. But like, okay, so this woman, like, her daughter got stolen at a really like baby age, and so like she became a school photographer to like find her, and like in high school she's taking the pictures and she's like, I know that's her, and then like her friend is like, yeah, like I bet it is, and then like so she's like. And the mom who stole her was, like, super duper protective and never let her go anywhere by herself, you know, because, like, she was stolen.
Tangled is what I'm getting from this.
What?
This is Tangled is what I'm getting from this.
Tangled? No, okay, wait, listen. So then, oh my god, it is Tangled. So then, like, the one time she lets her walk home from school, the real mom, like, stalks her in her car, and then she pulls up to her and she's like, hey, I remember you from the school. I have your pictures in your trunk in my trunk if you just want to do it now, or if you just want them now. And the girl was like weirded out, but she was like, oh, okay. So she drugs her, brings her back to her house, and then she's like, she wakes up in her old room and she's like, do you remember that? Like, it's so creepy. She's like, remember you lived here. And then, the woman's,
This is her daughter, though.
What?
She's not even sure that this is her daughter.
No, she's just, like, pretty sure. Like, okay, and then they, like, take, the real mom's friend who I was telling you about. I don't remember how she ended up with, like, the fake mom, because I guess she thought that it was the real mom, the fake mom. So she shot and killed the friend. And then, for no reason. Like, that didn't apply to the plot at all. And then
my god.
What?
Oh my god.
I know, and then, the two moms, like, duke it out, and the girl's, like, still waking up, and she's like, I remember. And then, like, I'm pretty sure the fake mom gets killed or, like, defeated or something. And then in the end, it shows, like, a picture of, like, the real mom and the daughter living, like, happily ever after. I'm like, okay, no. That is such a huge adjustment period because you've thought that you had a different mom your entire, like, life. You won't just be, like, in a week, like, alright, hey, mom. Like...
Lifetime movies, that's what you get.
Like, that was my favorite Lifetime movie, like, ever. It was so dumb. I loved it.
Okay, so I'm looking at the list of Netflix originals, and another one I really liked was Bo Burnham. Like, I was scrolling through Facebook, which I never do because I think it's pretty boring for me, honestly. I don't know, I don't use it that much.
Mm-hmm.
I was bored one day, right? And I was scrolling through videos, and I came across a Bo Burnham video, and it was really funny, so I kept watching all of them. And then I found this on Netflix, and he is really funny. Like,
I don't even know what Bo Burnham is.
He's a comedian, and it's a stand-up show. It's
like his stand-up shows.
Yeah, it's an hour of Bo Burnham stand-up, and it's so funny. He basically It's like really aggressive humor is the best way I can describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like people, you know how like there's all these women in the audience being like, "I love you, marry me," stuff like that.
Yeah.
He'll go on and be like, "No, you don't. You're just in love with the idea of me," and stuff like that. Or he'll call the audience like stupid, and he's just like, it's really really funny. You need to watch it.
There's like a lot of good comedians on Netflix. I'm looking for this. There's John Mulaney is hilarious. Have you ever watched him?
No.
He is so funny. I'm trying to find. There's this one. Oh wait, I think this is him. Hold on, like let me find him, because he's the funniest thing I've like ever seen in my entire. And it's like you said with the Bo Burnham. It's like super aggressive comedy.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find him real quick. If I can't. All right, I'm looking at like a list of the 25 best. If I can't find it, I'll. Oh, is this him? I think it's Jim Gaffigan. Let me look it up.
Okay.
Yes, I'm almost positive that's him. He has like the most like the rudest comedy, and he is hilarious. I'm like 90% sure this is him. I haven't watched him in a while, but like he is so incredibly funny. But
like,
All
right. Anyway.
All right. So you want to discuss our ending narrative?
All right. Yeah. So our last topic, we always like to end with a little kind of personal thing, little stories to be kind of entertaining or something. I don't know. Last time
so
we talked
you guys like get to know us, you know, because they don't really like know us. So now you're gonna like know us.
All right, Colby. You're good with words. So last time we talked about embarrassing stories, and this time we're going to talk about like times or events that have kind of shaped us as people. Like, you know, showed us what we really like in life or what we don't like, you know. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to talk about, first of all, like, okay, I love to bake. Not, you know, smoke or anything like that, but
I'm just going to say, by the way, there's like some background noise going on, so I'm like muted right now, but if there's something I want to say, I'll chime in. All
right. So yeah, which a lot of people at work thought when I told them I like to bake, but we're going to pretend that didn't happen. And, so I really like to bake cookies, especially bread and everything. And I first really got into that around 7th grade, I would say. Probably a year or two earlier at Christmas. My parents got me a cookbook for Christmas, and it's like called Teens Cook, and it has all these like pretty simple recipes and stuff that teenagers would quote like to eat, end quote, or something like that. And so at first I was like, oh, cool. And I think my mom got it for me because I'd been making like a lot of brownies out of a mix. But I didn't really think twice about it. I just kind of ignored it for a while. But one day I felt like, I don't know what drove me to do it, but I picked up the book, I looked through, we had all the ingredients for banana bread. I remember that's the first thing I ever baked from scratch.
Banana bread is like my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Maybe one day, Colby, I will.
Yeah.
I promise you. And like, I don't know, it just, I don't know how to describe it. You know when you find something, you do something for the first time, and
you're like, yes. Yeah, you're like, yes.
And you're like happy and proud.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt. And everybody liked it a lot, and it was exciting. And so, I don't know. Then I got a Pinterest account, and let me tell you, that unleashed a whole new beast.
I can say that she never stops talking about Pinterest ever.
Yeah, pretty much. If anybody asks me, oh, where'd you get this recipe? Oh, Pinterest. That's the only answer you get. I'm basically a middle-aged mom. So yeah, Colby, what did you decide to talk about?
Wait, hold on. I'm texting.
Are you clearly invested in this podcast?
No, I'm texting my sister to ask because she was the one who showed me the comedian, so I'm making sure it was Jim Gaffigan so I can confirm or deny it. But, okay, so the thing that got me was like, alright, there was this thing on YouTube. I don't think they do it anymore, at least none of the big YouTubers do. It was called Supernote. And what it was is that, the big YouTubers could, like, lead kind of, like, a group of people, and all their, like, they would hold a note for as long as they could. Just, like, any note, just like, and then, all their fans could, like, send in videos, and you'd say what team you were on, and, it was Bill Burr.
Okay. That's your favorite team, Colby? Is that what you're talking about?
It was Bill Burr. Okay, so anyways, Bill Burr, guys. Okay, so Bill Burr, go watch him, super funny. So then, you'd say what team you were on and hold your note, and my favorite YouTuber is iJustine. So, this was, like, my first ever video. I recorded it on, like, a camera that, like, should only ever be used to take pictures. Like, ever. And so I made it, and then she was like, so that happened. And then, I was like, wow, I really enjoyed that. Why don't I make another video? And so what I did was I completely copied, like, an idea of iJustine's, which was called, like, a character named eJustine, who was, like, crazy and, like, I did the exact same thing. His name was Molby. And I just completely copied her. And then, what I did was, like, to edit the video, because I would, like, go back and forth between, it was like a Colby and Molby conversation.
Okay.
What I did is I would, I'd put on the outfit for Molby, which was literally just a fedora and fake glasses. And then I'd do his part, then I'd turn off the camera, take it off, do Colby's part, turn off the camera, put it back, like, I just did that. And then I just put it together in, like, the YouTube video editor, which is, like, the most primitive thing. Like, it's so bad. I put it together in there.
Is it worse than Windows Movie Maker?
Yes. Much worse. I used Windows Movie Maker for, like, 2 years. And, but basically, like, since then, a lot of my videos have been deleted. I think the earliest ones are, like, from 2012. But I started doing YouTube in 2010, and it's been 6 years now. And I love it, and I hope to make it my career one day. So I guess that was, like, the catalyst, was that Supernova video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One more thing about mine, about baking, is I want to own my own bakery. That's probably something I should have mentioned. But, yeah, that's what I want to do with my life.
I think you can do it because you make good food.
Aw, thanks, Colby.
But, anything else you want to say?
Oh, yeah, I actually have another topic.
Oh?
It's a pretty big hobby of mine. I play the violin.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have since I was in 5th grade, about 6 years ago. And, I've never taken private lessons or anything like that, and I don't want to turn it into a career. It's something I love doing. I love music, and it's, like, opened up a whole new window of, like, music for me. I actually like classical music. I'm not talking about, like,
weirdo
elevator music or anything like that. So it's not like I'm kind of lame, but I'm not that lame.
Kind of lame.
Come on, Colby. Come on. You told me to do this podcast with you, so.
I did ask you to do this Funny thing about this podcast, I don't know if we've ever, like said it. I've been wanting to do the podcast for, like, a super long time. And then I was like, I can't keep up, like, an hour-long podcast by myself. Like, there's no way. And like, a feverish, like, I think I had, like, a dream about it, maybe. But in, like, a feverish, like, just woke up thing, I texted Jane, and I was like, we should do a podcast together. What?
It was at, like, 8 in the morning or something.
Yeah, because I was going, no, it was, like, 6 probably, because I was going to work, and I was opening. And, so I just sent that, then kind of forgot about it. Then, like, a few hours later, she texted me at work and was like, what? And then I was like, sorry, like, we probably shouldn't. It was, like, a fever thing. Like, I was just like, And then, I don't know who was like, yeah, maybe we could, but then we did.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm going through all my old messages and it's not showing up.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, but, yeah, I just kind of remember, I woke up, texted him back, and then fell back asleep.
Yes, I remember, because you took forever to respond again.
Yeah. And then it turned into this.
Yeah, now we have a podcast.
Colby chose the lamest person he knew to do a podcast with.
Yes, I did. And I hate that I picked her.
jazz instead of Lady Gaga and Beyonce. Well, I listen to Beyonce too, it's a lie.
No, you
Anyway,
listen to jazz only.
yeah, exclusively classical music and jazz. I'm such a dynamic person, guys.
Watch like a few episodes later, we're gonna be like, Jane fell brutally ill, so I have like a new co-host. It's just someone else.
Wow, Colby, you're so violent.
No, you're fine. I just got rid of you and lied.
Dang, alright. Anyway, so
Um,
back to what I was talking about before Colby kindly interrupted me.
oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. So yeah, I started playing the violin in 5th grade. And here in Arizona, you know how you have, in elementary school, you have your little, like, every so often you get interrupted for they're called specialties or something, and it's PE and music and art, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in 4th grade, for some reason, they turned music into band. And
Really?
yeah, you don't remember that?
Did you go
You
to
go through and you all try your instrument for 1 year, and then after that, it's like regular music again instead of band, unless you choose to do band.
There was, well, like, I remember I had there was like I think this was my last year, like, everyone had like a teacher that they really liked, and then like, I was one of, for some reason, 2 classes who got this other one. I'm not going to name any names or anything, but she was the worst, and I hated her. And she taught us ukuleles, and I was so bad at it.
Yeah, I can't imagine you being able to play an instrument.
Yeah, when I took the mouthpiece test, I got try something else on all of them, so.
Alright, well, so yeah, we went through and we played, like, flute, we played trumpet and, clarinet, I think. Like, all your basic band instruments.
Yeah.
So that people could find what instrument they liked if they wanted to play music. And then we played the violin. And at first, I was really considering the flute, because I remember I was one of the very few people in my class who could actually make a noise on the mouthpiece. God, it would be so much easier if I did flute. But here I am.
Here I am now.
$2,000 instrument. It's okay. So, and then we played the violin, and I picked it up. I probably sucked at it, but I really liked it. It was so cool, and it was, like, different than anything else I'd ever tried. I remember with all the other instruments, I got lightheaded because you have to blow into them. Like, violin was so much cooler, and I really liked it. And so I remember they decided to start an orchestra at my school, which they have at, like, no other schools. So I joined the orchestra, and I stuck with it. And I did it through middle school, and then when I got to freshman year in high school, they didn't have an orchestra at my high school. They started one last year, and so I've been in it for these next 2 years. But yeah, I love the violin. It's so cool. It has a different sound than what most, high school instruments have.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I like it a lot.
I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank you, Colby.
But I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I need to lay down because I have the flu and I'm very tired and achy. But
Disney?
what'd you say?
When are you going to Disney?
Like 2 weeks from now, so I should be good.
Oh,
but thank you all so much for listening. Sorry again that the episode was a day or 2, depending on when I get this out, late. But we love you all so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.